In this video, I will show you how to create a function in WordPress that auto-generates a table of contents based on the heading tags inside the content. Here's the result demo. Let's start by creating a function called getH2Elements. Inside the function, use the built-in WordPress function getTheContent to retrieve the content of the current post or page. Next, use the PHP DOM document class to load the content into a DOM document. This allows us to use the DOM XPath class to search for specific elements within the content. Then create an instance of the DOM XPath class, passing in the DOM document as a parameter. Using the query method, search for all H2 elements within the content by passing in the string //H2 as a parameter. The query method returns a DOM nodelist object, which contains all the H2 elements that were found in the content. Assign this object to a variable called H2Elements. Next, create a function called postTOC shortcode. Inside the function, we first use the getH2Elements function, which we have seen previously, to retrieve all H2 elements on the page. Next, we create the table of contents by concatenating strings of HTML and PHP. We create a dev element with the class TOC wrapper to act as a container for the entire table of contents. Within that, we create a dev element with the class TOC header and an H4 element with the class TOC heading to display the heading table of contents. Then we create another dev element with the class TOC list wrapper to act as a container for the list of contents. We use ul element with the class TOC list to create an unordered list. We then use a for each loop to iterate through each H2 element and add it to the table of contents. For each H2 element, we use stretollower, preg replace and trim functions to generate an ID for the H2 element, in order to reference it later. We then append an li element with the class TOC Item and an element to the ul element. The element's ref attribute is the generated ID and its contents are the h2 element's text. Finally, we use the add shortcode function to register the shortcode table of contents that calls the post-TOC shortcode function. Next, inside the custom.js file, create a JavaScript function called addIds to h2s. Inside the function, use the querySelectorAll method to retrieve all h2 elements on the page. Next, use the forEach method to iterate through each h2 element and add a unique ID to it. For each h2 element, use the textContent property to get the text of the h2 element, then use the toLowercase method to make the text lowercase. Use several replace methods with regular expressions to generate a unique ID for the h2 element. Replace all non-alphabetic characters with dashes, then removing any extra dashes, spaces, and trimming the string. Finally, use the setAttribute method to add the generated ID to the h2 element as an attribute. This allows us to link to specific sections on a web page by using the ID, rather than having to rely on the position of the element on the page. Finally, append a script inside the shortcode function to run the JavaScript addIds to h2 function. Thank you for watching my video.